Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to another crystal opening commentary submission, this time by BRT07, who said he saved up for 3 months worth of crystal shards to, one, see how many shards he could save up, but two, see if his luck could, well, improve. Just as always, looking for the usual suspects like Human Torch, Fury, Sunspot, etc. And also, as always, I have not watched this video, so I have no idea what is to come. So, it's always intriguing to me to see somebody spend a fourth of a year just hoarding crystal shards, just as Kabam Mike would not want you to do, to practice such unhealthy behavior. But hey, that's what makes the game fun, unhealthy behavior. All right, first of at least 2 5-star featured crystals, and we will see if he can be lucky enough to get a featured champion. Ultron is one of my favorite champions. He was a little bit nerfed in patch 12.0. People forget that because he was a bit undershadowed by Scarlet Witch and Thor and Doctor Strange and Black Widow, etc. But he was touched. Believe it or not, the same champion that's finally getting a really good buff, Magneto, was also nerfed a little bit in patch 12.0, which also kind of goes under the radar in terms of the lost lore of MCOC nerfs. So, here we go. Come on, featured 5-star champion number 2. Heimdall, my MVP for my Abyss completion run. I still get asked quite a bit, Prof, should I bring Heimdall in? If you've got Aegon, absolutely bring Heimdall in. But keep in mind, I would force quit. I don't care if it takes hours until I have taken Korg down with a minimal amount of revives and, most importantly, got that combo meter up as high as possible. I just don't understand why people will continue after they've taken Thing down, I should say, not Korg. I am so tired. I got 3 hours of sleep last night after 60 plus phone calls regarding my colleague that passed, which, again, I know some people might be like, stop bringing that up, but it helps me to process it when I thank the community for understanding why I did not live stream for 24 hours and took time to mourn and also to make phone calls and talk to former students. I think the best thing, if there is such a thing, when a good friend passes, that you end up reconnecting with people that you normally don't talk to or haven't talked to in a long time, and that's what happened yesterday. Gwenpool is one of my favorite champs, and I have her now at 565, and she is a ton of fun to play at 565. I'm now in that first world problem stage with rank ups, where when I have an overflow of tier 5 basic or tier 2 alpha, I'll just take a 5-star that usually is either very difficult to get as a 6-star, which is most people, let's be real, or is not even available as a 6-star, and I'll take him to max rank. And I have loved every second of that, and I'm going to continue to do that. And my next 565 might be somebody like Medusa or Dr. Voodoo, because as far as I know, there's no plan anytime soon to bring either of them to the 6-star pool. So I might as well take up my 5-star to max for my utility belt of enjoyment. And oh, he needed Nick Fury, and he got Fake Blade. That is brutal, my friend. That is so brutal. And Nick Fury, I do believe, was on his short list of champions that he was after. Sometimes you see the summoner take a short break after a really bad troll roll, where they'll just take a deep breath and probably say some obscenities off camera that would not be welcome on a family-friendly channel like mine. But there's Magneto, a champion that you would normally not be excited to get, but now got to be intrigued by that buff, and that is also a first-time Platinum Star of Magneto, so what a great time for that. Pretty underwhelming crystal opening so far, but all it takes is one crystal to turn everything around. We say that often on this channel, like a slot machine pulling that lever. So Crossbones in between Sunspot and Omega Red. Crossbones, I do appreciate you. And you've actually been one of those champs, Crossbones, that I thought, well, maybe someday I'll take him to 565 for his utility, which is very unique. But he's on the list of champs way down the line to take. I really would have fun taking Voodoo or Medusa or maybe somebody else before him. So now he's backing out. Does this mean he's going to pop the 5-star crystals? I don't know. He's resetting the algorithm, that's for sure. He is. Come on, God tier, beyond God tier champ. And he got Human Torch and Voodoo. Michael Keaton keeping things low key. And the Book of Luke in a cage. Okay, well, I mean, when you open about 10 5-star basic crystals, you gotta realistically hope for maybe one champ that you've been hunting, and Human Torch is that champion. Hopefully he has an Awakening Gem for Human Torch now as well. Okay, so moving on to 2 6-star crystals. And we're just hopeful that that Human Torch luck can continue. This also reminds you that even though I get a lot of submissions from quote-unquote crystal whales who have crazy amounts of ability to buy like all the deals on July 4th weekend, or maybe because they buy so many featured calves, they just get 5 and 6-star shards quickly, or they're just so skilled and so experienced that they get crazy rewards, especially in the top tiers of, say, Alliance War and Alliance Quest. But the average summoner is not like that. The average summoner does take over a month to form enough 6-star shards for 1 6-star, which is why these things are so depressing when you spend all that time hoarding only to see that you are no longer landing on a champion that you can use. When you spend a month and a half to get that 5-star, or 6-star, I should say, Falcon, or that 6-star King Groot, or that 6-star King Pen, it's just deflating. So we'll hopefully see at least one pool that's not deflating. And I like my 6-star Guillotine. She's actually awakened, and Guillotine was one of the first champions I got as a 4-star that I really used a lot and enjoyed, and actually got me to enjoy even causing the opponent bleed damage. But would I suggest taking 6-star Guillotine to rank 2? Absolutely not. So by all intents and purposes, even though it's not a terrible pull, it's a miss. Because any 6-star, and most of the 6-stars fall in this category, unfortunately, that you won't take to rank 2 and you won't rank up will just collect dust in your account. Warlock! No! Nightcrawler's the same way. Like Guillotine, he's fun to use, and in this case, really not fun to fight. Puts the FU in fun. I still hate fighting Nightcrawler, especially in something like the arena. But if you wait 3 months to hoard 20,000 6-star shards and you get a Nightcrawler and a Guillotine, that's still a really depressing 3 months. So this was great data. I appreciate BRT07's openness about how many months it took to get to this point, and I always think it's great data. But Human Torch, great. Overall, though, I'd be pretty bummed. This was definitely an underwhelming crystal opening, and I'm sorry to say that because I like to celebrate openings. Could have been worse without the Human Torch, but certainly I wish he would have had at least one out of those 2 6-stars that was a no-doubter to rank 2. Well, YouTube, this concludes this crystal opening commentary. Thanks again to everybody who continues to be patient. I know I am behind on crystal opening commentary submissions. I'm back to actually having about 100+ openings deep in my bullpen of voiceover work to go through, and I can only do a couple a day because honestly I get a headache and I hit a wall. So I'm still going to try to do these when I can, but I appreciate your patience and understanding on your submissions. Have a good day, YouTube. Thanks for watching.